After the beginner, we have the role player.
The role, not the role player. In today's video, we will be watching a video on all the different types of Forsaken players. There's lots of different types of players, and I will be telling y'all which ones I think are the worst. This video is by TZVDim. I'll put a link to the video in the channel.
Forsaken is a very big game, making
Huge.
it have a lot of different players. In this video, I'll be going over the different player types of Forsaken while stating different facts about them. So smash that like button and subscribe, and let's get started.
I'm scared for the facts.
First, we have the beginner player. These players tend to be really oblivious, and by that I mean extremely confused. They often randomly...
Bro, they don't know what's going on in the game. But just doing random ass shit, bro.
They use their abilities, but that's because they don't know what they're doing. Their stamina management is also terrible, and they always...
Okay, I do have to say this. As someone who's played Forsaken for the last 5 months, my stamina management is complete garbage, utter shit, trash. Still to this day, that shit's ass. That
run out of stamina mid-chase. Beginners also often use the noob survivor, since they haven't found out about...
I think the noob survivor is pretty good if played by the right person.
This makes them not help the team at all, since they're playing a survivalist. Even if they do play another character, they will still rarely help. Them not helping often makes the killer leave
just standing there watching
standing, since they're an easy kill. And when the beginners do play killer, they often get absolutely no kills.
Okay. Why do I feel attacked? Because as a killer, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I can't play Jason. The only killer that I can actually do good with is 1x4. If you're a noob, just play 1x4, dude, you're wiping out the whole goddamn server.
Bullied by the whole server. These players are completely new to the game though, so you can't judge them too much. After the beginner, we have the role player.
The role, not the role player. Yo, okay. The role player. Okay, this is the freaky one, bro. The role player, if you don't know, bro, I swear to God, bro, I done seen way too many role players in goddamn Forsaken, bro. It's like, at this point, we not even playing the goddamn game. We's playing a goddamn different game. Like, what the hell? I'm trying to hear what the role player is gonna do, okay? Hopefully, it's not none crazy or weird.
Not usually new, but are very invested into the game's lore or different characters. They tend to use...
Just wait until Azure comes out. Oh my God, the 2 times, bro. Them motherfuckers coming out, bro. Full blast. Swear to God, bro. You just gonna be seeing a bunch of Azure X 2-time players. Oh my goodness.
Characters with heavy lore, the biggest example being 007 and 7. Most of the time when Cool Kid is the killer, 007 and 7 role players start begging the killer for mercy and calling them a son. Not to mention that the killer often doesn't even want to roleplay.
Yeah, right?
Another
bro, they just wanna win the goddamn game.
Leaves 007 and 7 for last man standing just to end up roleplaying the entire time. Shedletsky and 1x1x1x1 are also a good example. However, this is most common with...
Mind you, bro, these are deadbeat fathers.
007 and 7
I just had to say
Cool Kid. Generally, these players are kind of annoying though, mainly when wasting time and last man standing.
So freaking annoying.
It's great if you like a character, but I'm not here to roleplay.
No, gang, we here to play the game.
After the role player, we have the AFK.
Y'all don't understand, bro. Well, on TikTok, even the TikTok side are the role players.
There's 2 types of AFK players. The first type is the people that just AFK in matches. Most of the time, these people are just trying to farm XP for free wins or just...
Like, why even get on the game?
They often extend the round timer by simply giving the killer a free kill. But when the AFK becomes the killer, they often give a free win, but
like,
at other times only
it's not even fun for everyone playing.
The second type is just people who sit in AFK mode for a long time, and in some cases half of the server will be AFK in the lobby. Generally, these players are very annoying if they're in a match, but don't really matter if they're on AFK mode. After the AFK, we have the troll player. These players tend to have experience and aren't new to the game. The trolls usually have annoying intentions, most of the time trying to throw the game. Most of the time they don't help the other survivors.
I love how he's using the characters characters. Like, oh, a Duscar is the troll player, or 007 is. I love how he's playing the character for what they actually are.
And in some cases, intentionally.
Yo, the Duscars would be so sad when you drag a killer on them.
They even go as far as to not give items
swear to
like
God,
medkits
bro.
and using abilities but purposely missing. There's multiple reasons they can be doing this, one of them being that they're mad at people. This can be because they may have lost last man standing to them, or just because they're mad at the other survivors. And another reason is because they won't.
Have you ever been a troll? Let me know in the comments. Have you ever been the troll player? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I may have trolled a bit in my days.
To be annoying, mainly to get attention from people. The trolls are way worse than AFK players, but you really cannot do much about it. After the troll, we have the grinder player.
The grinder, oh, this is a tryhard, bro.
Trying to max out a character, but also sometimes grind money.
Yo,
but there's only one consistent way to do so, and that's by doing many generators.
Yeah.
The grinders tend to do generators the entire game.
Like damn, bro. Like damn, bro. They treating this shit like a full-time job. Job application.
And only act when the killer starts chasing them. Some players do help the team between generators, but most people instantly go to the next one. Once all generators are done, the grinders tend to just dance in the corner of the map doing nothing. Other people on the other hand.
But not gonna lie, bro. I think the people that just stay in place and dance are the most chillest people in Forsaken. Deadass.
And go on to help the team in order to win the game. However, most of the time these players just wait for the win.
But like they did, okay, because they did do the generators, they technically did help the team try to win. So I wouldn't consider them a troll. I just consider them a very good employee.
The grinders can of course be annoying, but at least they sometimes try to help the other survivors. And let's be real, most of us have probably spent entire matches doing
I've done that before.
XP.
I've done that before and I've complained why the hell nobody else is doing the goddamn generators, bro.
Another note, even if players have maxed out a character, they often still do generators for the money or even malice. After the grinder, we have the toxic player. These players are arguably the most annoying.
Oh my goodness.
And that's for one reason. The toxic players don't necessarily throw the game.
No, they get mad.
Extremely rude in multiple ways. There's countless methods for this, one of them being during killer chases. One example is that after they stun the killer, they usually tend to even let them to be annoying.
And this is the worst, bro. This is the worst because anytime I'm live and I play with you guys dance at me every single time. You weirdos done kill me in 40 freaking seconds? Like, bro, I swear to God, bro, and everyone just dancing in front of me, bro. This shit is pissing me off, bro. Don't ever do that shit again, bro. At least let me get one kill.
They sometimes even emote if the killer isn't stunned. Just
yo, this is y'all, bro. This is y'all. I hate. This is the player that I hate the most, bro.
In chat. This happens, for example, if they lose a match to
somebody,
but also because of something else. If someone is very bad at the game, the toxic players tend to trash talk them a lot. Often because
the pain. I'm feeling the pain.
Or because the bad player makes mistakes. There are countless other ways these players are toxic, but those are a few very common examples. The toxic players are always super irritating and are not fun to encounter at any time. After the toxic, we have the high playtime. These players play the game a lot and in some cases have every character to level 100. While they don't...
Dude, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that to get to every player to level 100 because if I were to do that, I would have to play characters that are freaking boring that I don't like, and I wouldn't want to put myself through that at all.
Necessarily have to be a competent player. They do usually have some good skill and aren't bad at the game. However, most of the time they only stick with their favorite characters simply because they're the best at it. The high playtime players have a lot of wins obviously, but some of them have way less killer wins compared.
Okay, yo, whoa. I have way less killer wins and goddamn survivors at 100. Goddamn, bro, I feel attacked.
To survivor wins. This is because some of these players mainly play on the survivor side, either because they find it more fun or
I have to agree with that. I find being a survivor way more fun than being a killer. How do you guys feel about that? Do you prefer being the killer or the survivor?
Because they just aren't good at playing as the killer. Needless to say, there are some people who are amazing at playing killer, but this is of course not everybody. But this just shows that the high playtime players aren't generally super sweaty, which can be considered a good thing. They literally just play this game a lot for fun and they enjoy it, but there's really nothing wrong with that. After the high playtime, we have the looper player.
Oh my god, it's always the freaking guest mains, bro. These people are impossible to hit. Like, bro, it come to a point where I'm going to just think you're hacking. Like, bro, goddamn, like, no. As a killer, bro, the amount of times I've gotten frustrated and wanted to break this goddamn mouse. Insane,
yes,
bro.
These players are very experienced at looping killers, making them pretty skilled at the game. They tend to be pretty competent and most of the time use guest 1337 when playing. The loopers can usually carry most of the game by themselves, so you definitely want them on your team. However, they do sometimes need some help, but that doesn't stop them from being really good players. On the other hand, when you're playing as the killer, the loopers can be extremely annoying to deal with. You either spend the entire match chasing them just to lose, or you cannot beat them in last man standing. So while you very obviously want them on your survivor team, they are horrendous to go against when you're the killer. Not to mention that the loopers are sometimes unbeatable, with other survivors helping them.
Yeah, no, like a good team with everyone doing what I call the power of friendship, teamwork. Goddamn, it's impossible, bro. It's dead ass impossible. There's no way you're beating, bro.
But the loopers are good players to have in your lobby since they practically carry the survivor team. After the looper, we have the savior player.
Savior. Oh my god, this is what I call the simp.
These are people who constantly save others from killers. In other words, survivors who are basically a bodyguard. The saviors often help people.
No, what's crazy is I've had some of the craziest bodyguards. When I go live and I play this, chat, y'all don't understand, bro. It get to a point where we're undefeatable, bro.
We're almost dead, but in some cases do it as soon as possible. That is, if they aren't doing generators. Most commonly, these players stun the killer a lot, but in some cases even tank hits for you.
So
their goal is pretty much to get the killer's attention off of someone else in order for that person to survive. The saviors are arguably less annoying than the loopers though, which is a good thing when you're the killer. However, this does mean that it's more difficult for the saviors to stall the killer, but in general they're still very valuable teammates since they often prioritize helping the team.
If I was a savior, I'm coming in swinging and missing.
The loopers also help
every time, bro. Every time, and it's always by this much.
After the savior, we have the pro player. What makes these players unique is that they can consistently play every character in the game, and with that win pretty easily. If not all characters, they play at least a bunch of them. They do this to keep the gameplay fresh, seeing as playing one character gets really repetitive. The pros do usually have all characters they play at level 100, but sometimes just have their favorites at level 100. They also know very good tactics, both for different killers and survivors. Along with that, the pros also know how to use their character abilities very well. This makes them very good at playing killer, to the point people may even consider it annoying.
Killer is mad annoying, bro.
They do help other survivors all the time and are generally very good teammates. The pros are basically a mix of the high playtime.
Yeah, it's a mix of all of them, bro. That's what I got. The moment he said the pro, I'm like, yeah, this person did everything.
Super and savior players, since they play this game for fun but are also very good at it. But that's it for this video.
Okay. W video. If you guys enjoyed the video that we reacted to, I'm gonna put a link of it inside the bio. Definitely go check it out because this was a W video. I'm gonna see y'all next time. Bye bye.